Okay, now I want the actual checker pieces on the board. There will be 12 red at the bottom and 12 black at the top. All will be sitting on the dark squares. So if I go here, you will see that I will have a checker piece here, then here, 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 and all of these dark squares that we have here, and the same is for the other player on the top. But from now on, I'm going to make a separation between the state and the view. So the state will be a 2D array, and every cell in that array is going to be either null, meaning that that position or that square is empty, or it will include a color, meaning red or black. Okay, so this is our state, and then we would have a view or a function that would render that state into the board. So to our JavaScript, we need to create our board. Okay, so let's have a function. Let's call it create initial board, like this. And let's say the board at the beginning is empty. Then we want to populate the board. So I would grab this for now, and let me put this down so we don't mix up. For each of the rows, I would create a row. Let's call it R. This will be empty, or maybe row is a better name. Row, it will be empty. Now, what do we want to do here? Well, we don't want to create a square for now, but we want to know if this specific cell is dark or not. So let's keep this as is for now. If this is dark and we are on row 0, 1, or 2, we want to have a black. So we are here, we start from here. If we get to this point and we are at row 0, row 1 or 2, and one of these dark pieces, then we want to put a black marble here. So now if this is dark and the row is less than 3, then we want to say that on the row push a object. Let's say the color is black. Also, if it is dark but the row is bigger than let's say 4, because this will be row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and bigger than row 4 will be 5, 6, or 7. So if R is greater than 4, then we would say red. Otherwise, it's an empty, so we would push empty. Or null. And when this 4 is finished, we would push the row to the board. And in the end here, we just return the board. Okay, so let me close these, and down here make a log of the create initial board to see if it's working properly. Now if I go here onto the console, and here I can see I have an array, and this is correct. Null and then black, null, black, 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 like this for these. For row 1 it's correct. For row 2 it's the same as row 0, so first one is null. Here first one is null. Then we have 2 null rows for these two. and then the rest shall be like red, which is correct. So this one is red, empty, and so forth. Great. So let me remove this from here. We now created our initial board. Let's store it in a variable. So const, let's say board is create initial board. And then we would update this. And we would use this board to do the drawing. Now, for the drawing, I would define two more functions. One for these pieces and one for these coordinates, so that we know which function does what and what are these for. So first let's have a function for rendering the coordinates, which is the easier one because it's not going to change. And let me copy and paste this from here to here. Okay, great. Now I need to call this as well. So let's go down here and render the coordinates. Also, let's have a function for rendering this board. So let's go down here and say function render board. Let's put everything here. Great, and then let's call the function here as well. So render board like this, and this shall be the same thing. Now this render board will read the state and rebuilds the DOM based on that. So we need to at first reset the board element, and I mean emptify the board element and then add these values to it, so that every time that we re-render the board we get a new board with the pieces inside it. But here we need to add the piece as well while we are rendering the board. We're just up to now have been rendering an empty board, and we have the board here as well. So let's go here and check to see if this square that we are in includes a piece or not. So we would say the piece is take a look at the board at R and C. Okay, because this board that we wrote here has all the pieces. Okay, now if there is a piece, meaning that it's not empty or it's not null, then we need to basically draw it. To draw that, I would say, okay, give me a div or maybe a p for piece document dot create element of div. Now we want to give it some class so that we know it's red or black. So we would go here and say p dot class name is going to be a piece to show that it's a circle, and then the color will be either red or black. So let's use the color that we have here. So we would say piece plus the piece dot color. Okay, but this color will be red as we defined here. So let me go up here and define these colors like this, saying that the black is like black, so that I can use these values in the CSS as well, and the red is red, and then down here we can reference it like this. Great. And we need to make sure that we append this element to the square. Right, so if I go back here and let me remove this and go here and to here, for example. So yeah, we have the square dark and inside there is a black piece. Here it's empty. Here it's a black piece, and let's go down maybe around here. And this is correct because this is piece square dark, piece red, and also this one is piece red in a square which is dark. Great. Now let's do the styling for these pieces that we have. So to the styles. Now for the square, first of all, I need to say that square is a flex because I want to put the piece inside the square. Also, I want something for the piece. So let me make room for the piece here. And let's say the width is like around 70%. Also is the height 70%, and it needs to be a circle, so border radius is like 50%, and then some colors. So the piece which is red will have some color, and the piece that is black will have other color. Now for this one, background will be, we could have a solid color, but let's have a gradient to make it much more like a piece. We'd use these values. Let me make this smaller. Something like this, and also something similar for this one, but with different colors. So maybe from like this color to like this one. Yeah. Okay, great. Now let's give this piece some shadow as well to make it stand out. Something like this. You can obviously go and change these values the way you like, but I am happy with the design so far. So the next part is that I want these to be in the center. I mean, the pieces I need to be in the center of the box. So go to the square and align the items on the center, and then justify the content to the center as well. That should do the job. And now we have the board with the pieces. And the good thing is that here on the game.js function, we have everything in a respective function. So one function for creating the initial board, one for rendering the cohorts, and one for rendering the board. And these two, and let me put this one up here, are used for the drawing. So let me write the draw here so that we know. Okay, much more easier to understand what is happening here.